Hello, Bodyslams podcast viewers. I know you are getting sick and tired of hearing my voice time and time again. Well, I'm one of your analysts, by the way. If you didn't not know and you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Chio Frost, and this is Breakfast and Body Slams. I know it's a little bit late for breakfast, but it is still before noontime, so it is what it is. I had my coffee for the evening, and I'm ready to go in hard on today's NXT War Games predictions. And I cannot do this without my fellow analysts. That's right. And we're gonna kick this off with the one and only, the Better Bernard, the Saint Bernard, Mikey.
Hey, everybody.
What's up,
That's right, the
brother?
better Bernard. You guys should know by now, watching
Yeah,
every episode, that I am clearly the better Bernard.
yeah. I got to see your gobbler brother earlier on the Gobbler Inc. show. Uh and he swears. Oh yeah, and I got to see your other cheese whiz cheesehead whatever brother Chucky as well too. He was on there. Uh but yeah, so one of these days, uh Michael, you would have to get on there and drop the gloves with one or both of them.
Hey, I'll take it to the ring with them guys.
You're gonna drop them on the ice too, because you know how they want to drop the gloves and in hockey and all that too. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Damn kids. But and one more individual who was trying to talk to me while he was stuffing his face. I don't know if it was pasta, lasagna, could have been
Was it manicotti?
could have been a Wawa gobbler for all we know. This guy likes to eat, and so do I. So one of these days when we get a chance, we gotta do one of these broadcasts live at some kind of eatery out there so that we can not just talk wrestling, we can also wrestle some food down our
Food.
esophagus and into our bellies, because we know our bellies be crying after we get through a long show. And that is that image guy, Joey Image.
Good morning, kids. How are we today?
We're doing fine,
Hey,
Joe.
Joe.
I've always wanted to do some type of live interview show or something like that with just the camera set up like at a table while I'm eating with whoever and talking about wrestling. I've always wanted to do something like that.
That would be so
Great
awesome.
idea.
Well, of course you don't know, but there is a place over here that I really, really enjoy, and I would love to do shows. I'm really good friends with the owners and stuff, but unfortunately, they are closed on Sundays. So I would not want to. I would not want to ask them to open up just for us to do a show there. So
They'd make us pay salaries and everything for people to come in and cook for us. So
hey,
my idea is something like comedian in cars getting coffee at the Seinfeld show, but
yes.
just with wrestlers.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe. Pat said you need to join.
I don't even think I know what that means.
Gobbler Inc. Well, Gobbler Inc. It's his circle jerk of friends. They all do knob gobbling.
Oh wow!
So,
Then I think I'm okay out of the circle.
So it's basically like that's how you got booked. Join the Gobbler Inc. crew.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm okay at where I am, I think.
We got a shout out from our buddy DB Richards, Dave, one of the Daves from the 2300 Wrestling podcast. Those guys are great guys. Yeah, just a quick shout out. say since I mentioned one of our affiliates, check out the rest of our affiliates besides the guys at the 2300 Wrestling Podcast, the guys at the Tornado Tag Podcast, Bob Culture Podcast, Backstabbers Wrestling Podcast, and all the way from Puerto Rico, Michael.
Conversación de Lucha Libre.
I'm going to keep coming back to him with that one there. And don't forget to tune in every day to find out what's going on in Devereaux Sports, as we have all our shows throughout the week. We're missing a couple days right now because some guys are on hiatus and stuff like that, or they're switching their schedules. But I'm just going to run down the list of shows that you can catch, and that is the Sullivan Squad, the Old School Show, the Combat Misfits, us on Thursday Night Slam, the Scrapper Boys, like I said, they are on hiatus, the Gobbler Inc., and us, Breakfast and Bodyslams, right here, right now. And don't forget about our pop-up pipe bombs. That can happen anytime, anywhere, with anyone. Our man Dennis is chiming in. He can't be here today. It's Daddy Daughter Day. And yes, I have Daddy Daughter Days myself. But nowadays, these big teenagers, it's more like Daddy and Daddy Day for myself. Because well, most of us know how teenagers are. They, us fathers are uncool the older they become. So, all right, let's see what we got going on here today, gentlemen. We will be discussing NXT War Games. That is. So let's see, Michael, what do we have for the lineup? Let's take a look what's in the stream here. Oh,
we got a nice little lineup here. Look at this nice picture of the.
I know. I
don't
know,
want-
look at that. We're getting all fancy here and stuff now.
I don't want Cameron Grimes to lose his hair because clearly.
Well, this is why
he
we're
has
the
long
prime
hair.
show, Gio. Yeah, this is why.
So, yeah, folks. First up the bat, as you got to see, it's a hair versus hair match between Cameron Grimes and Duke Hudson.
I am saying that Duke Hudson is getting his revenge. That he's going over. The baby face is going over. He's getting his revenge.
Because
Cameron Grimes.
Wait. You said Duke Hudson's getting his revenge?
Yeah.
Are you having a mental block here or what? Or like Cameron Grimes beat Duke Hudson in his game of poker. He played him and stuff. Hudson attacked him the other week and started cutting his beard and hair, and now that's how we came forth to this hair versus hair match between the card shark, the poker player himself, Duke Hudson, and the self-proclaimed million, I guess the second coming of the $1 million man. I don't know. It's a toss-up between him and LA Knight since LA Knight won between them two, Cameron Grimes. So you're saying Hudson is going over on Grimes?
I think he will. I think he will.
Can you elaborate on this, on your pick?
I think he's going to continue his reign of terror on Cameron Grimes. Is what I think. I mean, I know that, he got his beard cut, and Grimes got his beard cut, and that's what meant a lot to him, and he wants to. He's very upset about that, but I still see Duke Hudson. I still see him continue. Because I think that this feud is going to keep on going.
No, I think this is going to be a good blow off match where it's probably going to end here. Fact of the matter is, I actually think Hudson's going to win. Me personally, but if WWE NXT, if they're going to go that route of trying to rebrand NXT, going the old school way. Now, if anything we know in history, Mikey and Joe, if we know anything about history, is like usually when they have these blow off matches in this in this type of atmosphere and stuff of a thing on pay-per-view type caliber, it's usually the baby face picking up the victory. He's getting revenge. So if they're gonna go that old school route, like the Vince McMahon way of thinking of back then, it will be Cameron Grimes. But seeing what's going on in the world of professional wrestling, how they're throwing all these twists and turns and obstacle courses where they're making you think a little extra when you think what's going to happen, and they flip the switch and confuses you,
Right.
and
And
it
do the
doesn't.
opposite.
Yes. And then that's Hudson. But me personally, I like to see Hudson go over only for
Yeah,
one
that's
reason.
the other
because-
thing. That's I think they're gonna flip the script. Like when you think, oh, well, yeah, obviously, and maybe they throw you a curveball.
Well, the thing is, I think what they're gonna try to do is the only reason why they would get Hudson over. I think they want to work the fact that they're trying to clean up NXT, and with Grimes'
Right.
his little grungy look with the hair and beard and stuff, I think they want to get it trimmed down and maybe clean them up a little bit. So I think they're going to use this to their advantage for a reason why for him to get his hair cut and take down the beard or shave or whatever the case may be.
Right.
To try to bring NXT back to the PG type thing with what they're doing with all the fancy
Yeah.
colors and everything, and the bright and the bright stage and area, instead of having that dark, gritty black and gold type look. What
Yep.
do you think, Joseph? What do you think about that? Am I off track with that, or am I spot on?
Well, I was gonna say that I think Grimes will win because I clearly like long hair. But then when you bring up the cleaning up thing and kind of making it look prettier and less gritty, I heard those. I don't know if I want to call them rumors, but I heard those statements too. So that kind of makes a lot of sense. And also, I don't know who the hell Duke Hudson is. I don't even know the guy. I don't recognize him. I never heard his name. I haven't watched NXT in a couple of months, so it's been a while. But I still kind of want to go with Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, it's kind of funny what you're bringing up though about not knowing who Duke Hudson is, because there's many other people out there, whether it be fans, viewers, or podcasters, who probably just watch AEW and don't know what the hell's going on in WWE. There's a lot of people who watch WWE and don't know what the hell's going on in AEW because they're diehard fans.
Right.
And then you got the fans who maybe watch AEW and WWE but doesn't know what's going on in the indies. And last but not least, the people who watch the indies and say the hell with AEW and WWE because, that's just the way they're thinking. So
Right.
yeah, there's so much wrestling out there that people are unfamiliar with. Like, take for instance, last night I was watching IWTV. There was a live show going on, and it was going on from Chicago. I don't want to name the company, but the music hit, and I thought our man Darius Carter was coming out because I heard that dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh great, I'm going to see another awesome Darius Carter entrance.
Exit.
Yeah, sorry. And then but then next thing you know, come through the curtain, this guy, I don't want to name his name either, so because I don't know him. He could be a hell of a nice guy for all I know. But yeah, some guy I did not recognize, and I was disappointed. So yeah, so he can do the exit, and I'll wait for Darius to do the entrance. But yeah, but like I was saying, there's a lot of people who watch one product and not the other, or vice versa. So yeah, I it's totally understandable where you're coming from, Joe. Because right now with NXT they got all these new guys in that are showing their faces, where people who are diehard NXT fans will know who they are from like backstage segments, or they're reading whatever they read online. I'm just catching what I catch, and and the fact is, I like stuff like war games and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
figure we have to touch on this one here.
You know what's one other thing I find interesting is that if you go to WWE's website where they preview the show, they show all the matches, they show everyone's names and picture, whatever. Duke Hudson is the only one that doesn't have a photo.
Really?
So
Yeah,
on
he
the right
doesn't.
side on the right side of the column where it says featured superstars and it lists everyone in each match and then it talks about them a little bit. He's the only one that doesn't have a picture there.
Yeah,
No, he does not.
and you know what's funny? I noticed that some people that work with the company, like maybe a couple, you probably don't see their bio or their picture on the website. And then also when you go a little deeper, then there's people who you haven't seen on TV in a while, but you see these profiles and bios.
Yeah, it's still there.
I'm
Right.
like, why are they on? Like, what the hell? Like, so social media guys, you need to step your game up with what's going on. All right. So and my man Dennis, I believe he had, when he chimed in to me, I guess he gave me his pick. I think he's going for Grimes for the win. I have to look back here. But you guys had who again for your picks?
Grimes.
So I'm gonna go with the heel. I'm going with Duke Hudson.
You're going with Hudson.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one. I know I'm outnumbered here.
No. I'm going for Hudson too. I'm going.
Yeah,
so,
she was at Hudson too. Me and Reaper both said Grimes.
All right. So we got 2-2 on that one. Next match, up the bat. Here we go. Some of us are a lot more excited about than others because one of the guys we know personally from the Indies is Joe Gacy taking on Roderick Strong for the cruiserweight title, and apparently the weight limit is being thrown out the window there.
Right. I think the isn't the gimmick that Roderick Strong not made the challenge, but made like an open challenge sort of, and
Yeah.
regardless of weight limits, just for this one time only thing.
Well,
Right.
Well, Gacy wants to do the whole inclusive thing.
Right.
Like,
Right. That's what I
like
mean.
this,
So
where
Roderick
it
Strong's
doesn't matter
challenge
what
was
weight, how big,
yeah.
how short, what if you're
Right.
a
That's what I
female,
mean.
whatever.
So just for this one time only thing, supposedly, but we'll see. But Roderick Strong, I think, said, "All right, no weight limits. It's fine. You're in." And we'll see what happens. Joe cut his
Yeah.
hair too. I noticed.
Yes.
I prefer long hair, clearly, but
Yeah.
but you know what? He beat the crap out of me once at a Excite Wrestling show shortly before I had to retire, and I never got my revenge because he went to WWE after that. So I think he did that knowing he wouldn't have to deal with me again because he was going away to NXT. So I don't know. We'll see if he. I hope he doesn't. But if he ever resurfaces on the independents, I need that. I need to get my revenge. See you soon, Joe.
Yes, you better watch. He might jump the rails at an NXT event.
Oh my god! Could you imagine if you see me in the paper like getting arrested because I hopped the rail at an NXT show to work an angle that no one knew anything about, including Joe Gacy?
I didn't hop
What's
the
going
rail.
on? What?
I didn't hop the rail on purpose. I dropped my snack and I was reaching over and I fell over the rail and security attacked me. What the hell?
Actually, I'm sure if I would ever actually do that, Gacy would completely deny knowing me. Like, I don't know that idiot. I don't know who that guy is. Meanwhile, there's like video of him killing me.
As far as this match goes, our man Mr. Reaper, the bearded Raven, he's going with Gacy.
Me too.
That's 2 for Gacy.
Michael. Yeah, Hooker crook, but Gacy wins. And he's got that bodyguard that looks, I guess you could say, Brock Lesnar Jr. there. I mean, like his little brother.
I don't think it'll be a Hooker crook.
Wait, Gacy's got a bodyguard?
Yeah, as a big guy, he's kind of.
I wasn't even aware of that.
Slow or whatever. The gimmick wise slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Festus.
If anything's going to be a hook or crook, it's going to be Roderick Strong going over. But it's hard for me to pick here right now because I want Gacy to go over just like all of you do, because for knowing him from the Indies and stuff. But for something telling me is that okay, they're gonna go this route, but I see them almost making Gacy a martyr for
Yeah.
everyone to be inclusive. So I'm gonna have to go with Roderick Strong over on this. I see Gacy as like a cult leader, almost like Bray Wyatt was when he first came in and stuff like that. So but I don't see them putting them on him right now. But yeah, so I'm sorry guys. It's going to be 3-1. I'm seeing Roderick Strong walking out still the cruiserweight champion on this one. I apologize. Please don't hurt me. Up next, we have a match that I'm waiting for, which I'm really excited about. Not because of both teams, only because of one team is my pick, though. But back to our man Reaper once again when he chimed in earlier in the chat room. He said he's going with Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner walking out as your new NXT Tag Team Champions.
I think that Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner, they are a good tag team, but they're still new to each other. So I'm gonna go with Imperium keeping the titles only because they're still freshly new. Kyle and Von Wagner. Von Wagner's a beast, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta go with Imperium. First of all, I don't like Kyle O'Reilly without Adam Cole and Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong. It's just not the same. I mean, I get that two of those guys are not there anymore, but I don't know. It's just not the same. I know. So I know Von Wagner is I know Von Wagner is Wayne Bloom's kid from the Destruction Crew, from the Beverly Brothers. I was a big fan of Mike Enos and Wayne Bloom when they were the Destruction Crew, and when they were, Destruction Crew.
When they were the Beverly Brothers, I was more of a fan.
Yeah, so I know the kid's got tag team wrestling in his blood, but I gotta go with Mikey here, man. I think they're too new. They're too new of a team. Plus, Imperium is just awesome. I mean, I wish Walter was in this match, but yeah, I got to go with Imperium, man. I just think O'Reilly and Wagner are too new together. They're not well oiled yet. I think they need a few more matches under their belt to become more of a cohesive unit. And so I'm going Imperium.
Yeah, I agree with the Imperium pick. I'm biased because like I am a Imperium mark. I like when these guys came on the scene in the UK. And they start putting on these fantastic, especially
Walter
Bartel, right?
Yeah, Marcel.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of his, and then pairing him up with Eichner, and he's a powerhouse, but he can go to like a cruiserweight as well.
Yeah.
Yo, these and I like that European style. I like the way they are. They're
very old school.
Yes.
Like man, if you like,
I didn't want to use the word old school, but you're correct, right there.
But you watch
you
watch the matches between Walter and Ilya Dragunov, and they're just amazing. Like match of the year stuff.
Hard
everyone, everyone is better than the one before it, and they're all. I gotta say, they're almost all match of the year contenders and super hard hitting.
The only way I see O'Reilly and Wagner going over is only because the company is looking to push Von Wagner
younger
because of his size and I'm not even gonna go say because he's of who his father was, because him.
Yeah, they haven't mentioned it.
Yeah, they haven't mentioned it. But the fact that they're going, like I said, they're going back old school to where the gimmicks, bright and colorful, the big guys. So if they do go over, it's only because they want to start pushing the big guy, the big guy, the big guy, get him over more and more and more until they're ready to bring him up to the main roster. But
Oh yeah, I mean
yeah,
they've already had, as you've seen, spots backstage with Adam Pierce, backstage segments. They've already
yeah,
had Von Wagner on there. It's like,
yeah,
so he's
and like I
definitely going to
said,
get pushed.
and like I said, I'm just a huge Imperium mark. So unfortunately, I'm going with Imperium. So 3-1. Sorry, Dennis. He's probably watching. He's probably telling us all to go to hell. All right. I I I believe there's only 5 matches on the main card. I haven't seen no other matches listed. I know the pre-show, the kickoff show for them starts about 7:30. So they might have one kickoff match, which nothing as yet has been listed from my telling. But
No, but they could just throw it in at the last minute.
one of the War Games matches that's up is right here. It's the women's ones. And it is Team Gonzalez with Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai, Cora Jade, and Kay Lee Ray taking on Team Toxic, which is Dakota
Johnny
Kai.
Toxic.
No, not that toxic. Dakota Kai and Toxic Attraction. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go against Dennis on this one because his pick was Toxic Attraction on this. So
You're gonna pick picking
I'm
team.
I'm taking Team Gonzalez, hands down. Team Gonzalez.
I am gonna have to agree with the Bearded Raven and go with Toxic Attraction because they're I know they're newly over, they're over, and they're newly over, and they're the big they're the big Toxic Attraction.
Okay.
Okay, so
After we get,
I haven't
all right.
seen a lot of these girls, but isn't Toxic Attraction like the WWE's version of the Beautiful People? Sort of.
Similar kind of a little bit.
So I'm gonna go with Raquel Gonzalez and Io Shirai, Cora Jade together.
All right, so we're going 2 for 2. Now, here's a question what I got for y'all though. Since it's War Games and stuff like this, it's not one of the lower card matches and stuff. Now it's either what was it pin or submit or whatever for War Games because they can't climb out the cage at all. That's a no-go. So they got to either submit or surrender or get pinned or whatever. Who do you think is going to be the one to cost the match on the team that you're going against? Like Mike, you're going for Toxic Attraction. Who will drop the ball on Team Gonzalez for you? Who's your pick that will just, either get pinned or tap out?
That's a tough one. I would have to say either Cora Jade or Kaylee Ray because I can't see Io or Gonzalez dropping the ball. Man, that's a tough choice. No, I don't know. I'm undecided on that one.
Joseph.
Well, I was going to say Mandy Rose. I see her losing it for them, but I don't know. I almost want to go with Dakota Kai because she's like the smallest one in the match, but I don't even know if that. Well, I don't know. Io Shirai may be smaller. I don't know, but I still for some reason I want to say Mandy Rose.
So Mandy Rose is going to be the weak link you're saying on this?
Yeah, I don't know why I think that, but for some reason, Well, I know talent wise she's probably the weak link because the other ones have all actually wrestled for a million years. There's a lot of experience between all these other ladies except for her, really. But I gotta go with Mandy Rose.
I'm gonna go this route. Toxic Attraction has the NXT Women's title and the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. So I'm gonna go with Dakota Kai being the weak link because I don't think they're gonna have any one of the champions get pinned or submitted this. So I'm going with Dakota Kai by Raquel Gonzalez because right now they have that little history thing going on with them being best friends at first and then the splits and then Dakota Kai recently attacking Gonzalez, costing her her title and stuff like that. So I'm saying Dakota Kai is going to be the one to either she's going to tap or get pinned by Raquel Gonzalez. That's my pick.
Wow, that's very specific.
Yeah. I'm just
Hey.
I'm looking at from I guess a promoter's point of view. I don't want to see my champions get pinned, and for the babyface here has to get revenge on the heel for having her lose her title, this and that. That's what
I'm also not very into Mandy Rose with brown hair.
I actually dig it. I actually dig it than the blonde because why? Because Vince was always a blonde guy. Like all the chicks, like so yeah. So I'm digging the black hair. It works for me because to get away from that whole typical blondness that WWE has been projecting all those years. But when you finally get girls with different color hairs, red, green now, and whatever other color, hey, it's like a light bright show. Thank you.
Yeah, having normal colored like blonde, brown, whatever hair is now like weird because everything else is so crazy.
All right, gentlemen, we have a question in the room from our guy Pat. What was your favorite War Games match of all time?
Oh God, the one at GSW like 3 or 4 years ago, 2017. I think. Hey man, it was a War Games match.
We were a part of that. I was on the outside.
Yes, yes. That's why I said it because I knew you would know what I was talking about.
I was team USA / Purge, and you were team GSW.
Yeah.
yeah, but we wasn't in the match. We were I'm not gonna say officials. We were the
well, I was the GM at the time. You were in the match.
I was the manager. I was the manager on the outside. Yeah, so but yeah, we had some good times there. But as far as on television that was broadcasted,
yeah, God, who the hell? I don't even remember them all.
I could go old school.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know mine's not something from the last 5 years. I can tell you that.
I'm not gonna go old school right now because I can go hands down. I can pick an old school one, but I'm gonna go more recent for the fans who are watching the NXT brand and stuff, because a lot of them are not going to remember the old school stuff between like the Horsemen, the Road Warriors,
that's what I like.
Dusty, Sting, whoever else they had in different War Games. They had the Freebirds and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to go. Like I said, this is just me being biased. When Imperium took on the Era.
Oh yeah. Undisputed Era, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a real good one.
Well, the first one, the Undisputed Era was in. That was a great. That was hands down. That was a great one. But like I said, I'm being biased here because I like Imperium, and it was a And I literally want to see that clash because it was, when you stop and think about it, it was NXT USA versus taking on NXT UK. That's what it was. And
yeah, I'm a huge. I gotta say that's probably my pick too for modern. I forgot.
Yeah,
that was a real good match.
Yeah, you brought that up. It took me right back to
And
I agree. That's a
who
great
went
one.
over? Who went over? Team UK. I love it.
And I know you love that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was a good question. We didn't elaborate too much because it's it is what it is. People can go back on Peacock, rewatch it, and they can give their insights on their own podcasts or whatnot. All right. We're gonna go old school versus new school, and that's the black and gold, the old school NXT guys. Well, I wouldn't consider LA Knight an old school NXT guy. You know, he just came in not too long ago.
God, I don't like that name.
Yeah,
I
he's
wish
still
they would have
new.
just let him let him keep his name Eli Drake.
Yes, but he did came in when they were still black and gold anyway.
Yeah.
So it will be Pete Dunne, LA Knight, and DIY, I guess you want to say, back together for one night only, I guess, with Ciampa and Gargano. Taking on Team 2.0, Braun Breaker, Braun Steiner, if anything. Me personally, me personally, hands down, every time I see the kid work, I just think Steiner. I said,
yeah,
I would just break.
Yeah, same here.
Didn't they acknowledge it on television once or twice that he's a Steiner? I thought before they started pushing him, I thought they mentioned it like in vignettes or something like that.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
So then just call him that, man. Just let him be Rex Steiner or whatever.
Yeah, they got Carmelo Hayes, the North American champion. He has the A title. You know, like Tony D'Angelo and Grayson Waller. I'm not a big fan of Tony D'Angelo and Grayson Waller.
Isn't Grayson Waller somebody's son too? And we talked about Von Wagner before, but isn't Grayson Waller like man, isn't he somebody's son also?
And he from overseas though. I cannot remember. I
got to look it up now because now I'm curious.
I know. Me too.
I thought he was.
Yeah. And you see Tony D'Angelo. They're doing like the old school Mama Luke FBI.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, if I want to see a dying guy on the show and just being a wise guy, I don't know. I might have to say, hey, call South Philly's finest, so we can have a nice tag team out there.
Yeah.
These guys. And Grayson, well, he's a very, very athletic. I'm not gonna say the kid can go. He has nice move sets. He can do his thing, but I think he's gonna need a lot more work to improve himself. But they see something in the kid. That's why they signed him. I like Hayes, him with the stuff he's doing now. But the man of the team is Braun, hands down. But Michael,
absolutely he is. But I'm going with some of the veterans on this one, especially because his Ciampa, and if you want to go old school, he's old school. Gargano's the old school. You got Pete Dunne from NXT UK, who's now part of NXT over here. And I mean, LA Knight's the only guy that's is still, like you said, is still newish. But I'm going. The other guys are veterans, and I'm going with them.
LA Knight's a veteran too, just not in WWE.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Our man Dennis is picking the black and gold brand, the old school guys.
Yeah, me
definitely.
Too. Me too.
Hands down, I wanna so badly pick the old school guys, but I'm me personally, I want the old school guys to go, but from the promotion point of view, with them wanting, since this will be pretty much the main event of the night, I believe this is the main event and not the women's main and not the women's NXT one, the War Games one, because they surprise us once in a while. They'll throw a different match on as your main event out of nowhere, but But to establish 2.0 as the new way instead of black and gold, I can see them going with 2.0 being over. Uh if black and gold was over, they're going to either pin Grayson or Tony D'Angelo. One of them two will get pinned or submitted. But with 2.0 going over, I'm picking 2.0 on this. It will be Braun Breaker, and he will be beating Tommaso Ciampa, the champion, because they want to put the title on the kid, and the only
Yeah, and I
way
think eventually they're gonna.
right now it's looking like how they've been pushing, like Braun Breaker, he's a young kid, he's not on Ciampa's level, this and that, Ch- Ciampa's insinuating he's gonna hold on for old Goldie for a long time, and for them to push Breaker to give him that extra little oomph in this little angle thing between them two, he will not make Ciampa tap. Ciampa will, if they go for the submission like the Steiner recliner like he was using before, or if he still
Right.
is.
Yeah.
If Ciampa gets put in that submission, he won't submit. If anything, he'll probably pass out, and then they'll probably call the match or whatever. If they do that, but I don't know if pass outs are allowed in this though. That's the thing. I don't know. But if they're gonna put Braun over on Ciampa, it's gonna be a straight up pin, then a 1-2-3 pin. I don't see Ciampa tapping out, and that's it.
No.
I agree. If it went that way, yeah, I could see them. Because, like you said, they're gonna keep that tension going between Ciampa and Breaker. So, but then again, I could also see Ciampa pinning Break and still have that still same intensity where like maybe it's like comes close, it's back and forth, but Ciampa pulls it out, but like you still get that feeling that uh, Steiner's kid is eventually going to grab that title.
Yeah. So with that being said,
You know what
that
I was
is
thinking? Sorry.
good.
Grayson Waller is not somebody's son. I was thinking that somebody famous was his father. When I first heard of him, before I saw pictures of him, when I first heard that he had signed with NXT, his real last name is the same as Sheamus's real last name. So I thought they were
Ah,
related because they're both from the UK. So when I first heard about Grayson Waller, I thought they were related, but they're actually not. So my mistake. I just wanted to clear up my error there.
nah, it's all good. It's all good.
I
Let's
like
see.
I do like Ciampa in this though. Um but like I said, I gotta go with his team. Ciampa Gargano, done, and I can't stand the name LA Knight. It sounds like a shoe brand to me. Like LA Gear.
It does.
No, I think of
British
LA
Knights.
I
Yeah, the
think of
British
LA
Knights.
Gear and British Knights. LA Knights
Yeah,
sneakers.
yeah.
Just let him use Eli Drake, man.
Oh, well, because you know how it is. They don't want the guy to get over. Like, okay, he might have been
I
over
know, but Ciampa
already
was Ciampa everywhere
elsewhere.
else. So was Gargano. He was Gargano everywhere else. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's like with certain guys, they don't want that. It's like selective, you know?
Now, question was, do you think that was at the time when he got signed? Do you think it was uh Triple H choosing that, or do you think it was Vince's call to say, "Hey, I want you L.A. Knight. That's what we want you to be."
Well, no, because he was signed under Triple H, wasn't he? Before Vince McMahon went down there and did this rebrand thing. So I think,
True.
so I would
But
assume that would
but
be a
that
Triple
but
H thing. But
then
it just,
but
it might.
then
I mean, I don't know.
but everything goes across Vince's desk anyway. So it's like,
And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I heard before the rebrand that NXT stuff didn't. It was just Triple H stuff. Triple H is okay, but I don't know. But like
Un,
Samoa Joe, he's Samoa
unless
Joe, you know.
unless it was Knight's thing, his choice. Hey, look, I
Mm.
want to keep my name. I don't want
Yeah,
to
that's
sign
true
with you
too. I
under
didn't think
my
of that.
name. I want you to use a different name, so that way, if I go somewhere
Yeah, if
else,
he's
I'll
gone, he
still
can
have
still use
my
that.
name. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good point.
That makes a lot of sense.
Uh, wow. Okay, we breezed through that pretty quick and easy. We have some other stuff to talk about, and that is Joseph.
Yeah.
You were at Excite
I love when you call me
Wrestling.
Joseph. It's funny.
I love calling you
Mm.
Joseph, and
I
I'm
know.
telling you,
That's funny.
it's
I
just
appreciate
funny.
it.
I feel like a parent, like Joseph, get your ass over here.
Yes, yes, that's what it reminds me of. I'm okay with that. It's okay.
Now you were at Excite,
Yeah,
and it was our man Rob's what retirement match, his last
yeah.
night.
His last. Yep.
You want
I
to
so
give us
so
some
when
details?
yeah so when I retired, um, I did the final five deal. I have 5 matches or whatever, 5 last matches, and I picked. I did them all at GSW. I was supposed to do one at Excite, didn't work out, but I did them all at GSW, and Johnny Toxic, John Salinas let me choose my own opponents, and that's it. I just said I want to wrestle these 5 guys, and then everything else he did, whatever. So last night, or not last night, a couple weeks ago, I guess, when it was confirmed that it was going to be Ivory Green, Rob Cook's last match, Johnny Moose, the owner of Excite, gave him the same option. I'll let you pick your own opponent. Who do you want to be for your last match? And he said everybody. No, sorry. He said my peers, and Moose said, "Well, which one? Who?" He said, "All of them." So it was a gigantic rumble last night with, I don't know, 30 guys, 30, 40 guys. There was a ton of people there. I was offered a spot. I was like, look, you know my deal. I can't bump around and do anything. You don't bump much in a rumble, but I can't do
Yeah.
much. I can't get physical at the moment still. So like,
Mm.
I'm good. I'll hang out on the outside and watch. Um, so we did that. And so that was the main event last night, and then afterwards, everybody, including myself, was all tears. We all got in the ring and surrounded Rob, and he hugged everybody, and he told a little bit to the crowd of how he knew each guy and what each guy meant to him, and blah blah blah. So it was really touching. It was really cool, and something that hasn't been done in many years. His wife Stephanie actually announced him to the ring. She used to be a ring announcer for a long time. Um,
Okay.
then they had kids, and they have one special needs son, Lucas. So she's like, she stays home with him. Helps take care of Lucas a lot. And their daughter Stephanie just got married recently. So what's it called? So she hasn't done ring announcing in a long time. So last night for Rob's last match, she got to do ring announcing just for that match, not for the whole show, and it was really cool to see that. But it was an awesome event overall. Ethan Page was there. Colin Delaney was there.
Okay.
Man, guys
Okay.
that I haven't seen in so long, and I didn't tell anybody I was going except for the guys I rode with, which was the GSW crew. It was myself, Eric Pinhat, Ref Matt, um, Johnny Toxic, and Brad from Diamond City Kings, and Brad's girlfriend. So I didn't tell anybody else I was going. So when I got there, there were a lot of like, "Oh my God, how are you?" like big hugs and stuff. It was great. But so I saw a lot of guys again that I haven't seen in a long time. Man, Rotmare was there. Brute Van Slyke was there. Sean Carr, who I absolutely love that kid. That kid, if anybody watching this right now or listening to us right now is not familiar with Sean Carr, keep an eye on him. He will, he,
You're like living under a rock if you haven't.
yeah, he was just on AEW 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Um, but he's definitely one to keep your eye on. Same thing with Jay Freddy, also on AEW a couple of weeks ago. And they actually had the same tag team partner, like back to back weeks. The guy with the wacky Dragon Ball Z hair, whose name I forget right now. Um, but keep an eye on those two guys. Those two guys are absolutely going places. Freddy's touring Japan regularly. Sean
Yep.
Carr is
Yep.
working everywhere, including again AEW. Um, but it was just a great night overall. A lot of great matches before that stuff, before that Rumble. which was also great in its own way. But yeah, it was a blast. I haven't been. God, I hadn't been to a wrestling. First of all, I haven't been to a wrestling show in person since April of 2019, just as a spectator, until Pro Wrestling Magic. I don't know, whatever that was, last month, maybe whenever uh, we first saw each other again.
Yeah.
Um, so it was over. It was 2.5 years since I'd been to a show, and I hadn't
Mm.
been to a show that I worked on since February of 2020, like 2 weeks before the pandemic hit, when we did our last GSW show. So it's been a really long time for me. I mean, when you consider the fact that I had been at 2-3 shows every weekend for 15 years, and then I had to, now I haven't even been to one in 2.5 years. So that's a lot. So, or I should say, that's a long time. So, last night, I'm sorry, Johnny Moose knew I was going last night. Of course, we had to ask for permission and get in and not pay. But, yeah, in fact, he pulled me aside after the show and he's like, you don't have to ask me if you can come. Just show up. You don't have to pay. You just, it's fine. I'm like, I know, but dude, out of respect, and I don't want to take a seat from a paying fan, which I don't. I mean, I'm in the locker room all night anyway. So,
Yeah.
last night, actually, their new venue, they're in a shopping mall, which is really cool, but really weird to me because it's like you go by like Macy's, and then there's like a GameStop, and then like a food court, and then there's like an arcade on one side actually, and then right across from the arcade is a big pinball place. I don't know what you call it, but a big like pinball arcade, I guess. Just wall to wall pinball games, really cool. Then there's like a nerd store with like board games and card games and stuff, and then a wrestling arena. I'm like, what the? This is the weirdest thing, but it's so cool, man. It's like it used to be a store called Club 21 that I've never heard of. I don't know what that is, but they went out of business to close up shop, and Johnny Moose took it over and cleared out the whole thing. And the cool thing is, since it's their spot, they don't have to set up and break down the ring. So guys get
That's
out of
what's
there.
up.
Guys like it because they get out of there a lot sooner. You know, it's so cool. So the arena area is already all set up. It's really cool, and the dressing rooms in the back, like the fitting rooms where what do you call it? The fitting rooms, right?
Yeah.
Where you try on stuff before you pay for it. Those are still all back there, so those are like guys can change in there. There's bathrooms back there. It's a really awesome venue. So I would love to go back there again. But yeah,
Yeah.
Moose was like,
I think any place you go that has a nice place set up where you don't have to do no tear down or whatsoever,
yeah.
it's a
I
huge plus.
I love the unique ones, like in a shopping mall. I've wrestled in a movie theater before, and it's like, man, it's so cool. But they have a section in the back just for, they call it VIP, but it's for the workers that are not, it's for the wrestlers that are already done with their match or not on the show or whatever. Like me, I just sat back there with a lot of the boys, and it was awesome. So thank you, Excite. Thank you, Johnny Moose. Thank you, Rob Cook, for everything. I love that guy, Rob Cook. I love that kid. I've known him since like '04. We have been super tight ever since we met. I love that guy. He's done a lot for me. Whether he knows it or not, stuff he obviously knows he did for me, helped me out or whatever. But stuff I've learned from him and stuff, he's just always been a good dude to me. His wife is awesome. His kids are awesome. And I know that this whole thing of the idea of him retiring has been thrown around for a couple of years now, but last night seemed final. Like that seemed like
Yeah.
he's thrown out the I'm going to retire thing, and then he's back in
And
2 months. You
yeah,
know
he
what?
ended up having another match.
Yeah. But last night, him and I had a very long, deep, like heart to heart talk before the show started, and I think he's done this time. Um, but it was really good. It was a really good. It was a really great night.
That's cool. That's cool. That was
And
awesome.
thank you, Ethan Page, for calling me sir. By the way,
Sir. Yeah.
I was like,
Sir.
sir. That guy clearly. I mean, I'd never met him in person, but that guy clearly doesn't know who I am if he's calling me sir. I'm the term sir is way above me, man. Come on, I'm not that. I'm not that.
Stop playing.
I'm not that distinguished or civilized.
You sure?
Oh yes.
All righty. Mikey, do you have anything for us? Anything of importance that is?
Importance?
Yeah, anything of importance.
Not that I could think of. No.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just checking out some extra features here on this broadcast that we're doing here. I'm gonna attempt to show our viewers some products if it allows me to pop up on the screen here. We'll see.
There we go.
Yes. Here we go. This is our pod shop. If you go to Bodyslams podcast.com, we have a whole list of t-shirts here that you might want to check out. Here's the Breakfast and Body Slams one that you are watching today. Let me click on that, see if I can get a bigger picture of it. And yeah, and they're all fairly cheap. The shirts are like about only $20, $19.99, all different colors and sizes and stuff like that. So that is our Breakfast and Body Slam shirt, the one that I have two different versions. I have that one. I believe that's the one that Mikey just got. So if you fans want to show support for us, and you like what we're doing, hey, just head over here to our pod shop and pick yourself up a shirt. We also have other merchandise. There's our Thursday Night Slam shirt that I just got, the pop-up pipe bombs. I'm waiting for the one I'm wearing right now is this one, the BSP Com with my Run DMC parody tribute type shirt. The one I'm waiting for is it's actually being shipped right now is our OnlyFans type parody shirt, Bodyslams podcast.com. So we will get that coming in shortly. I believe Joey Image has one that he has created as well. So
Yeah,
hopefully
it's just my name.
If Joey can get me the what he made, if he can get me the it in a large PNG type format, whatever, I can throw it on here too, and we can have the Joey Image shirt on here as well as if you want any Joey Image shirts, you can simply head over to
ProWrestlingTees.com/Joey Image.
Yes, that's right. You don't want to miss out on them as well. But yeah, that was just a quick to show the people out there. We do have other stuff. We do have drinkware, pillows, tank tops, yeah, of a variety. Like me, I need to get myself a new coffee mug, definitely. So
wait a minute,
so I can sit here.
I need one of those. I didn't even realize. Oh my god! Oh, you know what? Didn't you bring one of these with you at the Magic show the one time? I thought you did.
No, I did not. I did not. I have yet to get myself. The only thing I have purchased from our own products is t-shirts, as well as I have some zip up hoodies. That's it.
Yeah, by the way, folks, viewers, listeners, whatever you are, we have to pay for this merch too through the company that makes it. So please buy a bunch of it so you can help us out. Thanks.
Yeah, and the money from this will also help out pay for our broadcast and on here. And if you look, Joe, we have fanny packs.
I like that. That's awesome.
The old
I'm gonna buy a whole ton of this stuff, man.
I have to put more designs out for different fanny. If
you know what I was thinking,
anybody,
you know that tote bag, the white tote bag with the handle on it, the big handle. It's on the website, or it's on the shop. I mean, I wanted to get one like that with a really, really long handle, so I can put it around my neck, so it looks like an apron, and I could barbecue with that.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm just gonna switch that over there. Yeah. So, yeah. Is there anything else before we go off the air here? Because today it is football. It's that fake football stuff you call, because they don't use what.
We could say happy birthday to Anthony live on the show.
Are you there? I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're breaking up, man.
Yes, Anthony from Anthony from the Tornado Tag podcast. It is his birthday today. So happy birthday Anthony. We appreciate everything you do in the world of podcasting. Interviews with everyday people was I believe it's the IWEP.com, I believe it is. He has a whole network of different podcast stuff going on. So yeah, you want to go over, check them out, subscribe, support him and everything they're doing. A great bunch of guys, and hands down with everything. Their man Brian on the in the mix when he's on the computer. He's like an encyclopedia, this guy. As well as you have pro wrestler Andy Header. That's right. Joseph, you should know that name pretty well.
Oh yeah, of course. I love that guy.
Mr. Yeah. Yeah, and wait, Frizzo has something to say. Okay. He mentioned earlier who these guys see your eyes at development star, Where is Frizzo? Okay. He's asking for his Frizzo t-shirt. He's looking to get a Frankie Frizzo t-shirt. There is a Gobbler Inc. logo out there, but I sent it to him. He should at least just take it and
run with it.
Make a t-shirt out of it for all his viewers, his fans that tune into his show. So, but yeah, if you're not familiarized with our website, I keep telling everybody, go to our website and that way you can check out what's going on here. Let me see here. And there we go. Sorry, yeah. Nice. Here's our website. If you haven't been to Bodyslams podcast, we actually have a live feed on the website. So right now, what you're seeing on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, this is on our website too. So if you don't want to go to any one of them, just come right to our website. You can check it out. What usually pops up in this section right next to it is our Twitter. That usually pops up. And how I said up here, up in the top area, you got the home. You got where you can listen. So we're on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and all that other stuff, all those other ones, Stitcher. See, like if you're on the go, like Joe's, like if you're in the car or you're in the gym or whatever, you can click on any one of these. You got all these different links here of our Breakfast and Body Slams, or Thursday Night Slam, or our pop-up pipe bombs, where you can just listen to the shows. We also have our past shows. If you click on these, any one of these three here that I'm highlighting, they are the videos. So if you don't want to just listen, you just want to actually view and see what our reactions, our facial expressions, how pretty we look. You can see there's a playlist of our stuff. They are updated every time we get finished. They're updated. So after this will be on Breakfast and Body Slams. Give it about 5-10 minutes after we jump off the air. It'll be up as well. And I mentioned about other podcasts through Devereaux Sports, our buddies and stuff. And here's some of the logos of those guys here. The Gobbler Inc. is right here in the middle. The Sullivan Squad. Well, the MMA Misfits are now currently the Combat Misfits. And then 215 boys, they got blown up. They are no longer. So we have to go in and edit this and delete that, and update this with the current roster of Devereaux Sports affiliates, podcast team. And you can check out our analysts that you can see, and there's little stuff underneath about us. The pod shops, where, like I said, we have Cafe Press over here and Spring. we're probably going to get rid of Cafe Press, so please continue going to Springdale Gallery.
Are we
It's
going to
just
put all of our
just some
stuff
stuff we
from
put.
Cafe Press onto Spring, though?
It's pretty much the same stuff, really. But
Yeah.
I was using two. I was having
just
two
checked that
different
out, too.
stores. Yeah. Here,
Yo, Gio,
but
can I bring something up real quick?
Yes.
Your interview the other night with Flex was amazing. It was like, it was really long too. It was like what, 2 hours? 3
It was
hours,
too
something like
long.
that?
It was too. Yes, 3 hours.
It definitely
3
wasn't.
hours.
It definitely wasn't too long. 'Cause I could have listened another 3 hours. I had to go to sleep by the time I
we
passed out.
didn't
You
even.
all still had
We
another
didn't
hour to
even
go, I
crack.
guess. But
Honestly,
yeah, you said
we
that, like,
didn't
man,
even
we didn't
crack
even
the
scratch
top
the
of the
surface right here.
iceberg. Yeah,
But
yeah. It's
that
like
was such a good show. Anyone listening or watching right now, go back and check out that Flex interview. There's so much history there between those two guys, Chio and him. It was just awesome to watch. I don't know if he remembers me, but I haven't seen him in person in many, many years. I actually said in the chat room in the beginning, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me," blah blah. And then right when I said that, my dog started screaming. So I hit that in the chat room, and then I had to go out and take the dog out. So I never actually got to see if he responded to that or not. But yeah, he's such a good dude, and that was such a great show.
thank
I
you.
just want to throw that out there.
I'm sure he appreciates it himself very much, because a lot of times credit is not given to where it's due to for
Right.
the guys who came before us. And with him being like he mentioned, he was being 10 years older than me. He took me underneath his wing like a big brother. We traveled, we ate, we trained together. And the knowledge that he gives, is pretty much what I tell everyone. Be humble and pay it
Yeah.
forward. So that and that's one of the things I tell everyone. Everyone, for any good advice, the best one I can say is just be humble and pay it forward. That's all, because you never know. It's going to be a time where you're gonna need something in return.
Right.
Without even asking, without any, people are gonna notice. One, if you're a good person in nature, and they're gonna notice. If you're struggling, you need something, and they're gonna come out of nowhere and surprise you. Said, "Hey, this is for you," and you'd be like, "Oh, but I didn't ask for anything." No, you didn't ask, but we
Right.
noticed.
Yeah.
You need our help, and we're here. So, with that being said, gentlemen, this was uh, a
Fun episode.
very
Yeah.
yeah. It was fun. It wasn't extravagant, like like a main a big main show like a
Yeah.
WrestleMania or anything like that, because
But we
that's
got
like
our
the hot.
predictions out there. You know,
Yeah, yeah. And Joe, I want to
and
thank
I
you
got to have breakfast.
yeah. I want to thank you for uh giving us insight what went down up at Excite with
Oh
our
yeah,
man
yeah.
Rob. Rob, I love you, brother. I be green. Yeah. Dude, you've been around for just as long as me and Joe has. We worked each other plenty of times.
Yep.
We teamed up together, shared locker room, shared stories. And it was always fun and pleasant every time. So yeah, thank you for everything you contributed, Mr. IB Green, Rob Cook. We appreciate it. And with that being said, we are pretty much done for today. We got football coming up at 1 o'clock. Go Birds. Well, I don't know what
Yes.
Joe don't like that fake stuff.
Brad's at the Jets game today.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a football
that's
guy.
not those are not play calls as coaches are holding it. That's the
Well,
script.
well, you
Yeah.
said Brad's at the Jets game. Well, the Jets are
Yeah.
playing the Birds today, so that's
No, I
why
know
he's there.
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Brad's at the game.
All right, and then tonight, the NXT pre-show is at 7:30. It kicks off at 8 o'clock then for the main show. But yeah, this was a great time we had. for my colleagues, my analysts, my compadres, my amigos, the better Bernard, the Saint Bernard, Mikey, that
Yeah.
image guy, buy his merchandise, prowrestlingtees.com, Joey Image.
Yes.
And I'm your man, Chio Frost. And hey, I want to say congratulations to Joey as well.
What I do.
I just last night I chimed in on your image. Well, that's kind of funny. Your image that you posted of the indie wrestling game that's coming out.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Jesus, I forgot all
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. Congratulations that you're going to be in it.
Yes.
If you notice,
That's
in my
really cool.
if you notice my comment, I put a date. I put a date in my
I don't
comment.
even think I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, is
well,
that for the return? You mean or something?
no, well, no. The date is when I'm scheduled for my image to pop up.
Oh, nice. You're in it too.
Yes, so I'm gonna be in it
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah, so
I didn't know that.
Oh man.
So come sometime tomorrow. My banner picture will be updated on my page as well.
You know what's funny is they never told me a date. In fact, I didn't even see the post.
They
didn't-
actually they actually have a scheduled list of who's coming out when on what dates on their
Alright,
website.
So I haven't seen that, and I haven't seen. They did email me and say, "Hey, we haven't made the announcement official yet, but the graphic is already made. We'll post it when we can, and it should be soon." But I didn't see anything. I didn't see it myself. They didn't put it on Twitter. They only put it on Facebook, and I didn't even see it. Somebody tagged me in it, and I saw it.
Yeah,
It had already been online for like 2 hours before I saw it. I'm like, "Oh, this is awesome! I didn't even know."
Yeah, my scheduled date is tomorrow. I'm a little nervous because I don't know which picture they're using.
Yeah, they
to
told me like
advertise.
just send us like 10 pictures. So I sent like 8 good ones and 2 that were horrible just to see if they actually used. One of them had like my face was
Yeah.
cut off, and
Yeah.
like another one was like I think there was some kind of discoloration of the picture. I was trying to mess with it and I screwed it up and I ended up screwing up all the colors. So I sent them that just to see what they used. I should have sent pictures of somebody else. That would be funny.
I'm wondering if they're gonna use me with my face painted or unpainted because I sent them both.
Oh, the Dark Carnival stuff?
Yeah, that
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
that's
and so,
interesting.
and some without it painted too. So I don't know which one as that. I do want to get my good friend, my buddy, the Sheik involved. Colin Rosali, the guy with the mask.
Right.
I like to get him on there as well. So so yeah, I think after this I'll probably jump on there and try to give him a push, try to slip him in there, see if that works. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty fun. I can't wait.
Yeah,
to
it's gonna be
see.
fun. Yeah, I can't wait to check it out.
I can't wait to see when it comes out because I think they mentioned it's going to be more or less like a sim game, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, it's basically a sim. So
it's not like where you're going to play the character. It's not like
Right.
you're going to like how you got.
Well,
the video games
you're playing the character, but I think it's going to be all text based because it's just a
like
simulation.
cards and stuff.
Yeah.
like playing.
So
cards,
anybody listening or watching this that has never played TEW or EWR, Extreme Warfare Revenge, get EWR 4 because I'm in that too. But it's basically the same as that, similar to that. I should say it's almost like AEW has their general manager sim game for mobile. It's like that minus the graphics. So the only graphics will be like the roster themselves.
Yeah.
But it's very cool to be picked to be in that.
So
I think it comes out. I want to say January, but that seems kind of early.
So
But
our cards are going to be almost like playing like Pokemon or Dungeons and Dragons type things where it has the character and it's like
and the
cards
stats
almost
and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay.
So and I think they said it comes out in January, but that seems kind of soon. But it's 2022, and what was the one more thing I was going to say? It's on Steam. If you have a PC, it's on Steam. I'm a big Steam guy.
Yeah,
and it's available right now you can wish list it on Steam, and then when it's available, they'll send you you get a notification saying, hey, this game is now available. So go on Steam, check it out. I don't know how much it will be. I don't know what the final retail price will be, but Check it out. Don't forget to download it. Myself and Shia will be in it.
The thing is going to be a wide range of wrestlers from
Yeah.
all over. There's a
And
lot
it
of guys
focuses
I
on the
never even heard.
independents.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of guys I never even heard of. There's a
Right.
lot of companies as well.
It's
So
called, the game itself is called Indie Pro, and it's actually focused on the independents. You're not going to see like a Hulk Hogan, a Bret Hart, a Steve Austin against
no,
Joey Image or Chio Frost, for example. It's going to be guys like guys like us, guys that were at our level, guys that are popular in the independents. But I always wondered, does that include guys that were once names and are now back in the indies? Like I don't know, Braun Strowman's no longer with WWE. He can work indies now. Is he going to be included because now he's technically an independent guy? Like, you know what I mean? I wonder
Yeah.
that, or if it's going to be strictly guys that have not been big names, in the big companies, but are independently known or whatever. But it should be awesome. I love like I said, the TEW games and the EWR games are a lot of fun, especially EWR 4 again.
Now, since we're on the topic of video games, and we were gonna leave, but now we're talking again.
Yeah.
So, but now we're on the
I
topic.
forgot all about this till you brought it up, and I didn't know you were gonna be in it, man. Congratulations, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
I had no
you.
idea. I'm in good company then.
Yeah, congratulations,
look.
Gio.
Our podcast team is in it. Take that, Frizzo. Now, since we're talking about video games, do you know what the date release yet for the new WWE 2K video game is? I have not.
It's coming out in March of next year. I don't know the exact date, but in March.
It's weird because it's December, so you figure.
Yeah, because it's usually November, right before Christmas.
Right.
Yeah, not until March.
I
Weird.
I did not purchase the last one, which I have
Neither
a collection.
did
I have a collection of all the wrestling games, even if I barely don't play them.
Yeah.
Like I collect them. I might just go find out. I might go GameStop or something and find a cheap used copy of it just to have it.
Of 2K20,
the one that was all
or 2K21. I mean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 21. Yeah, I never. I used to get those games for free because a guy that I graduated high school with worked for 2K Games, which is the company that made those like the last 10 or 12 years or whatever. So like 2014, 2015, 2016, I got sent all to me for free. And I paid for 2019. I played it a ton. I got the big collector's edition that came with the Ric Flair Hall of Fame ring and the piece of the robe or something like that, and a Ric Flair Funko Pop and all this crap. And like I played it a lot and I streamed it a lot, and then I never played the next one, 2K20. I never played 2K21 because they those are the ones. 2K21 is the one that had all the bugs and stuff.
So you were a guy who actually played all the storylines and stuff like that. I take it. Yeah, me. I'm more big on creating characters, downloading characters.
Yeah,
that
I
was
did a lot of that too.
And like though I know the one year I was the lead, I was creating guys like Turner, Header, Deppin, just countless different guys like
Brute Van Slyke has got like an online league, I guess you'd call it, where he created a ton of independent guys. The only thing is he's on downloaded a ton of independent guys. He's on Xbox though, and I'm on PlayStation. So even if I created myself. Even if I created myself, he can't download me. But he's got like a promotion name. He's got a promotion name. I forget what it is. But he does shows like every week, and he streams them live on Twitch, and people like talk. It's really cool. It's like watching an independent. It's really cool.
Yeah. So it's just gameplay of characters that he made.
Yeah.
And
I used to go on my Twitch all the time, and I would do because you could do the simulation where you don't play at all. It's just all the computer generated stuff.
Yeah.
So I would do Royal Rumbles, like all Rumbles, and I would take and I would do 30-man, every 1 minute or 2 minutes, whatever it is, and I would just watch it like I was watching a Rumble. And I used to take.
Have you ever watched like the comical ones on YouTube, like all these different created like celebrity characters and comical characters and stuff?
But I used to go into the like create a wrestler thing, and some of them would let you change the gender. Not the gender. Change so you can change the look and stuff, and I would make up whatever whatever the lowest settings were for each one, the height, weight, all that stuff, and I would make him I would give them all the females, all the divas intros and the entrances and all that stuff, so they would look like women, and I would have them in the men's rumble, so it would look like women beating the shit out of guys in the rumble. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. So I used to stream those on Twitch, and people would predict their winners and stuff. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping 2K got out a lot of the bugs. They claim they just been fixing it and updating it, and they're bringing back like the GM mode. And
I wonder if that's
and,
why.
and
Oh, is that for the new one? You mean?
yeah, for a new one.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll check that out then.
They're supposedly have done all this different stuff to it, from what I hear. But I'm most excited about, which I think they're taking forever, because I'm excited about it. And it's just that they just want to make sure they have all their I's dot, the T's crossed.
Yeah.
And they want to make sure everything's to the point, and that's the AEW game. When I seen the trailer, when I just seen the first trailer alone, I was like, jaw dropped. I'm like, holy shit! I need this. Yes.
Do you know who's making it?
THQ.
Oh, really? All right. Well then.
Yeah, I was gonna say they went with the company that used to
guys.
make WWE games.
The guy, the original guy who made No Mercy.
No Mercy, yeah.
They have him signed on for this. So yeah, they have all that they have all the clips and stuff under AEW Games, I believe .com or something like that.
So they have one more way to copy WWE, using their same video game developers.
Well, after they got rid of him, they stopped using him.
Yeah.
And hands down, No Mercy was always claimed to be the best wrestling game of all time.
Yeah.
You know, and I liked it just for like it was easy to control and stuff like that. And that's what a lot of people liked about it. It was, you didn't have to do these combination to do this, do that, and it was good controls, and it was nice. So when we get off of here, if anything, I'll send you the video clips or whatever. I think
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh yeah. They're really, really good. From what they have so far.
It's partially made by Ukes, which was THQ's partner.
Yeah.
And I think Ref Aubrey is involved too, because she's actually in real life, she's a video game developer. She knows how to do all that. She's a coder and all that stuff. So I think she's got something to do with it as well.
Yeah. So
is there a release date on that game yet or no?
I have not seen one yet. They're just still in development, but they still have all their other online stuff. They have their AEW Casino.
Right.
They have their I think
they
have their card game as well.
There's a GM simulator game too that I tried.
Yes.
I tried it. I just can't. It's not for me. I can't. Just can't get into it.
Yeah. So, I really want to try to get into that retro game, that retro wrestling.
Retromania.
Yeah. But I didn't. Let me see. I didn't go and contact people themselves. I was just interested about it.
Yeah.
But I should have hit up my man Dave Dahl, because he's really into that.
Me and him have been promoting that game forever. I was on the testing team for that.
Okay.
From day one when it started until just a couple of months ago, I was on the beta testing team. So I got a free copy for PlayStation, and I've been Dave Dahl and I have been promoting that game forever. Yeah. Still the last at least year and a half since it became, since it was first announced. But that game is fun, and like it's fun seeing how it started and where it's at now. It's so different and so much better, and it's a lot of fun.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for this morning edition of Breakfast and Body Slams here on the Body Slams podcast. For once again, I'm gonna try this again one more time. The Better Bernard, the Saint Bernard, Mikey, and for that image guy, Joey Image, I'm Chio Frost, and you're watching Breakfast and Body Slams. Check us out online at bodyslamspodcast.com. You can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter and listen to us on mostly all audio platforms, whether you're on the go, in the car, or in the gym. So like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button when we are on. Thank you once again, everyone. And don't forget, tonight, NXT War Games pre-shows 7:30 p.m. on Peacock, or you can pay whatever X amount of dollars to your cable company and pay something outlandish for a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
but that's totally up to you. But for this, we are out of here, and have a good day, folks. Thank you for tuning in.
Peace.